Trick or treat! Hey, it's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna make the Spud-nik trick or treat bag. This is a pattern from Sincerely Jen Patterns. I do believe it is a freebie if you're in her group. It's so cute. So this video is releasing as part of one of the days of the Halloween sewing marathon hosted by the Marathon Society. Good lord. Okay, anyways, so super cute, super easy, no hardware. There is an exterior, a lining, a casing at the top for some webbing. Mine isn't cinching the greatest, but I feel like with the weight of too much candy that my children will get, it'll be just fine. So this exterior fabric is from Black Sheep Fabrics. I'm not sure if they're still selling, but this is one of my favorite prints. It matches my D&D dice bag. I used one of my cork tags from the Heartwood and Hide. This lining is one of the tried and true Halloween prints from Joann's, and then I can't remember where I got this like faux glitter, but this super cute pastel star webbing is on my website. It's one of my custom prints. So anyways, this was fun and it was a pretty darn easy make. I think it took me longer to cut an interface than it did to sew. Maybe. It wasn't hard to cut or interface either, but it's cute and I like it. Jenny always makes the cutest patterns, so thank you. Let's get sewing. Alright, we're going to make this Spud-nik trick or treat bag by Sincerely Jen Patterns. I have two uninterfaced pieces. This is the interfacing, the facing, but the inside. Anyways, these are pressed in 1/4 of an inch. So those are uninterfaced. I have my webbing. Jenny recommends that you use like a polyester webbing instead of cotton. This adorable star print is one of the custom webbings I offer in my store. And then we have our other facing pieces, or casing. That's the facing casing. Anyways, there's the pattern pieces. I don't know what they're called, so sorry. There's these two, and we interface these. I have a Heartwood and Hide label. We have our two exterior pieces, our two interior lining pieces, and then the exterior and the lining both have gusset pieces, two of them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is line up these pieces like this, right sides together. I'm doing this to both of them. And then we're going to clip them. Then these are going to get sewn around here at a 1/2 inch. Okay, so we're going to do both of those. If you need to, you can mark the 1/2 inch seam allowance on these, like before you sew it. You can make marks, is what I mean. Okay, we're gonna do the other one. I just pivot and check to see if I'm going to be in the right spot, and if I'm not, I adjust it. Okay, so we're going to go in and make snips to those corners. We're going to do that on both of them. And then we're going to turn them right side out. The pattern tells you to press. I'm going to finger press. I'm terrible. So sorry. And I'm just kind of easing that corner. Okay, there's one. Do the other. If your corners don't want to lay flat, you might need to just go in and snip it a little bit closer. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is you flip it right side out and you're gonna stitch all the way around. And this is like a top stitch. So we're going to be doing it at 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to start at the bottom. I think I like starting at the bottom, so I'm going to do that on the next one also. So from the right side, that's what that looks like. Here we go with the other one. You just definitely want to make sure that when you're sewing these, that you're going to be catching both layers of your fold. All right, so there we have both of those completed. All right, so we're putting these right sides together, and then we're going to clip these short ends together. And then we're going to sew them. Okay. What we do now is we have this nice little round guy here. Okay. I'm going to press these down with my fingers. Okay. We are folding the top raw edges down to meet the bottom raw edges, all the way around. Okay. So I'm just gonna start clipping these. Okay, pattern tells you to give it a good press, but I just don't want to get my iron out right now. It's kind of buried, so anyways. All right, we're gonna baste this together all the way around. Okay, so there is the casing for our handle. We're gonna set this aside. I'm gonna set the webbing aside too, because I do believe it's last. Okay, so our exterior gusset panels, we're gonna put them right sides together. Clip those together. And sew them. Okay, so now we need to measure 1/2 inch. On these ends. You should probably use something removable. I'm using something that isn't. Okay. And then we're gonna grab our pattern piece to make some marks on our main pieces. Okay, so this main panel piece has a mark, so I've transferred it onto all of my exterior and lining main pieces. I am going to go ahead and put my nameplate on, name tag, nameplate, whatever it is. I'm going to do that real quick. I think, let's see, make some center snips so I know where I'm at. So, this is a 14-inch ruler, right? 12. Jeez. Okay. So, I was like, why it just 7 not line up? It's fine. Okay. 6. And I'm just gonna line. I know this might not be completely in view, so I'm sorry. All right, now it is. Okay, that's lined up. I'm gonna go ahead and stitch it on. I'll pull this one through before I get to that end again. And then I'm going to try to go through the same pull again. Knot these off. All right, cute. Okay, so we've got that gusset that we just made marks on as well. We are going to find that center clip we made and line up the seam of our gusset there. And I'm going to put a couple clips in here. On each part of the bottom curve. Okay, and then I'm going to go up here, and the mark we made from the pattern piece is going to match up with the mark we made on our gusset. I'm going to put that there and then clip down. And then I'm going to go over on this side and do the same thing. And work my way down. Okay. Looks like I don't match up the greatest, but we'll make it work. I'm really bad at cutting patterns with paper pattern pieces. So, it's me. It's not the pattern. It's just me. I could have cut some snips maybe, but... Okay. So we're gonna start and stop at the marks we made. Alright, so there's that side done. Now we're going to repeat for the other side. So I just need to mark the centers real quick. So just like on the other side, I'm going to put a couple clips at the bottom, and then I'll go to the top of the sides and work my way down again. This is so interesting how this is going to meet. I don't think I've sewn anything quite like this. Kind of don't know what I'm going to do with this bag, but it matches my D&D dice bag, so I'm like, maybe I could put my D&D book in it. Why not? After I sat down to sew it, I was like, oh, I used this pink glitter for the top, but I could have used the actual fabric that matches the inside of my dice bag. But I didn't think of it. It's fine. Story of my life. Alright. So again, we're starting at that mark. It's so cool. It meets up in a V. I love it. Okay. It doesn't tell us to trim. Wait. Nope, it does. Okay, hang on. So it says match the two sides and pin them on both sides. And then you're going to sew right here. So that's what closes that. Cool. Okay, and then we will trim our seams down. This bag's pretty big. I feel like I'll end up carrying this when I take my kids trick-or-treating, and then they'll do the thing where they say that theirs is too heavy and they'll just dump their stuff into here. Okay, now we're gonna trim our seams down. Okay, so that is all trimmed down. Now we're going to do the lining, and it looks like we're going to increase our seam allowance on the bottom curve. And we're going to leave an unsewn area on one of the long seams to turn the bag. All right, so here we go. Here's my lining. So we're sewing the gusset pieces together first again. And then I still need to make those 1/2-inch marks. Okay. I did not clip my centers on these. I really should have done that when I made my marks. It's okay. Center. I don't know if I'll need these top clips, but I feel like it's better to have it than not. Okay. I really like how this works. It's probably in other bags, I just haven't done it yet. I've been talking to my kids about what they want to be for Halloween, and that's been interesting. Thea says she wants to be an orange cat this year. She is 6.5, and I think she's been a cat at least 3 times already, which I'm here for. And last year I asked her to be a black cat because I was Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service, and I wanted her to be a black cat so she could be my Gigi. But I don't know about the orange cat. I think I might have to DIY some stuff, which is fine. Just when I Googled, I didn't really like come up with anything. And then my son wants to be an inflatable costume from the video game Fall Guys. There's like your characters on that game can dress up. And there's an inflatable costume of one in a chicken suit. And he wants that one. I think it's funny, so. I don't think I'm dressing up this year. I could wear my Kiki costume again, I guess. I almost stuck with the increased seam allowance too long. Okay, but I was talking about the Halloween costumes, so let me know if you're dressing up, if your kids are dressing up, what you guys are being. I want to know. So we're just repeating what we did for the 4th time. So sorry. I had to pick my child up. I almost forgot. We're going to be leaving the hole right here to turn the bag through. So when I mark where I'm leaving turning holes, I like to double clip in both spots. And that's like my reminder. Like, hey, stop stitching here. It seems to work okay for me so far. Okay. That is Donut shredding the squishy floor. So sorry. Okay, so we're leaving our turning hole there. And then right after that is where I'm going in, increasing my seam allowance. going to trim the threads, and then we're going to sew the tops together just like we did on the exterior. Right here. Okay, then we can trim seams down, but we don't want to trim where our opening is. So again, we didn't cut there. Alright, so now we have our exterior, our lining, our webbing casing, and our webbing. We are going to take our exterior and put the casing band inside. We're going to match the raw edges with the side of the handle casing, with the cutout facing the right side of the exterior. So that way, when it is folded up, it looks like that. I'm going to mark my centers on here. Goes in here. Where did that center go? Right here. Okay. So I'm gonna clip the centers. And then I'm gonna go to the edges. I'm going to match those up. And then I'm just going to clip around. The pattern has you baste this together. You can, or you can just go ahead and put the lining in, which is what I think I'm going to do. But if you feel like you need to baste it, by all means, please do. Don't feel like you don't have to, or you can't, because I didn't. You absolutely can. Okay, so exterior is right side, or wrong side out. We're gonna turn our lining right side out and pop that into the exterior. So we're gonna line up all of our centers and seams. And then clip everything else together. Okay. I like to just give a little tug to even anything up that isn't even, and then we're going to sew all the way around. Okay. We are not trimming this down, but we're gonna find that hole in our lining and we're going to turn the whole bag through it. After birthing so many bags with so much vinyl and foam and so much thickness, this is so easy. I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to push everything out on this exterior as best as I can. And then I'm going to push the lining inside of it. So, what you can do now is you should probably press this, but I'm going to tug on it and smooth everything down. So I'm just holding the casing and pulling the fabric to like press it with my fingers. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the bag so I can top stitch from the exterior, because I care more about how that looks. And it also gives me a chance to smooth it all down this way as well. This is so cute. Alright, I'm gonna start kind of like in the back corner. Okay, and I'm gonna make sure as I go that everything feels lined up and even. threads real quick. So when I sew over them, it's not a mess. Oh, it looks so good. Okay. Yay. Okay, we need to find our opening. I'm trying really hard to resist the urge to put a tag right here. This is may contain spooky shit. I want to so badly, but I'm like, if for some reason this bag ends up with a child, can't do it. I'm not gonna put a tag right here. Alright, so we're just gonna sew over that after clipping it together. And push that back in. And all that's left now is to put our webbing in the handles. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the webbing, and I think I singed, okay, yes. All right, so we're gonna lay it kind of like this. So we have the part that we're going in, and you're just gonna slide it through. It's just fighting the seam right there for some reason. Where are you, friend? I don't know why it's getting stuck there. I'm like, did I sew this wrong? Knowing me, maybe. So that it does stick there. So let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you just have to play with it a little bit, and then pull it enough that you can do the next side. And oh, see, that one went better. All right, so you take it and pull it so that it's how it would be when it's open the most. So that's like this, and you clip them together, overlapped, and then cinch the bag out of your way so that you can sew these together. I'm just gonna do a line at each end right here. Okay, and then you're gonna want to pull this so your seam that you just sewed together is right here, and you're going to sew a line on this seam right here. and that's gonna hold the webbing in place right there, so that when you cinch the bag and uncinch it over and over, you don't have where you stitch the webbing together appearing. And then you're going to flatten it out so that the webbing is where it should be, and you're going to do that on the other side as well. And there you have it. It's so cute. So you just grab like this and it cinches. I feel like with some weight in it and over time it'll do it better, but how cute. I love it. It's adorable. It's a really big bag too. I thought it would be smaller when I first looked at it, but oh, it's so cute. I love it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you're gonna make one, or if you have even like a different pattern you like making for a trick-or-treat bag. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a good day.